I'm sorry about that. Apparently, in the middle of my talking about our commitments, the YouTube servers did not like my explaining of the or talking about the commitments apparently, because in the mid sentence it just decided to disconnect me from the YouTube server. But we're back. So, to repeat this last one, we got a commitment from 5-star offensive tackle Jeff Henderson, offensive lineman. He'll probably play interior line for us. Out of San Diego, California, 6'4", 313 pounds, ranked number 1 nationally at the position of right offensive tackle, number 3 overall prospect in the state of California, and number 11 overall prospect nationally. He committed to Michigan while holding offers from Clemson, Notre Dame, USC, and Oregon. All right, then we got a commitment from 5-star running back Ricky Babineau. Just checking something here. Yeah, okay. This is the one I thought it was. So we got a 5-star running back Ricky Babineau out of Dublin, Ohio. This kid is 6'1", 193 pounds, ranked number 1 at the position of running back nationally, number 1 overall recruit in the state of Ohio, and number 13 overall prospect nationally. He committed to Michigan with over offers from Wisconsin and Michigan State. Got a commitment from 4-star gem wide receiver Jared Semple out of Cartersville, Georgia, 5'10", 193. Ranked number 7 nationally at the position of wide receiver, number 6 overall prospect in the state of Georgia, and number 49 overall prospect in the entire country. Committed to Michigan over the likes of Notre Dame and Clemson. All right, and then finally we got a commitment from 4-star gem defensive end Rashad Lemur out of Perry, Ohio. This kid is 6'4", 269 pounds. He's ranked number 14 nationally at the position of right defensive end, ranked number 7 overall prospect in the state of Ohio, and number 225 nationally in the country. Committed to Michigan with over offers from the Kentucky Wildcats and the Michigan State Spartans. And we didn't get locked out of anybody else, so let's take a look at our board. So we're still in first place for Tanner O'Daniel. With Julius Mallory, we're still in first place over Tulsa. We now know his pitch is Prove Yourself, so we were able to deduce that correctly last week. So we'll flip that to a hard sell. Now we will soft sell. Can we soft sell Coach's Favorite? We can. So we'll soft sell Coach's Favorite. For Bruce Spain, we are in top of his board in top 5. He is cut to top 5 now, so he's ready for a visit. We'll go ahead and schedule a visit with him for the bye week. This is, let's see, so we know all 3 of his motivations. Let's sell him on athletic facilities. And then we will soft sell Prove Yourself. Alright. Interesting that both athlete wide receivers, Spain and Mallory, both have the same pitch. That's interesting. Alright, Clay Gore. We are top of his board, top 5. Cincinnati's not far behind us. And they do have a better pipeline tier than we do, but we have a visit scheduled. They do not. We have the correct pitch with Football Influencer, so let's flip that to the hard sell. See if there's a good soft sell here. Okay, we can soft sell Grassroots. Alright, so let's see if that's enough to keep us ahead of the Cincinnati Bearcats, who have a better pipeline bonus than we do. Atya Anyamata has cut to top 5. We are atop that board, battling. It's a 2-team battle now with us and Wisconsin, who has already won a recruit or 2 over us this cycle. Let's go ahead and take off, send the house. We'll schedule a visit. We'll schedule that for Wisconsin week. What better week to have him visit than to watch us beat the other team that is in his recruitment? So he cares about brand exposure and pro potential. We'll sell him on brand exposure. I'll send him over to the Maze Madman channel for an interview. Welcome him to the community. And we will soft sell. Let's going to be Workhorse. I believe that's going to be his pitch. We'll add the 15 back on top of it. Alright, now with Dylan Council, we are still in top 8. We can load him up now with hours. We did not drop for using the hours elsewhere last week. Alright, with McDougal, now he is about to cut to top 5. We should still have enough time to be able to jump into this, so let's put the 65 back on. Alright. Now with Anunwa, we were able to... Okay, so this worked out really well. We went all in to try to get onto his board this week. We were able to jump Colorado, Iowa, and Nebraska. We're in second place. We should get a lot of influence this week, and we have a visit with him this week, so I believe that we have a real shot at stealing him from Kansas State. So let's make sure we've got the right pitches, and we do. So we're just going to ride that out and see if we can steal him from K-State. Sort of the same situation here with Jeremy Droge, in the sense that we did jump up to number 2 on his board. He did not progress quite as far in his recruitment as Anunwa did, which is good for us because our visit with him isn't until next week. So hopefully we'll be able to continue our gaining ground on NC State and close him out after his visit next week. Let's go in and check his pitches, make sure we've got that set up properly. We do. Alright, so now we lost out on an outside linebacker, so I know we need one of those to replace McBriar. So let's see what we can find. So now outside linebacker, unfortunately this is a position we may have to look at 3 stars. Okay, Travis, okay. Can we jump in on this one? I think we can. Maybe. We're gonna try. We're gonna make sure... Oh wait, okay, so he's not a bust, so that's good. So let's... We've already got him scouted. So let's load him up with hours and see if we can jump in on him. I'm not sure how successful that'll be, but we're gonna see. Okay, there's a couple other here. Okay, these are 3 stars. So from here down, we're gonna have to gem hunt. Alright, so those are all the ones that are still available that are in the top 1,000 recruits. So let's do some scouting here. Try to find a gem that we can recruit in case we're too late getting in on Sheed. Okay, it's definitely not Shermer. Or Tritola. We may not be able to find a gem this time, guys. Oh, there we go. The final one that we checked out. Okay. So let's take all these other ones off. Didn't want to recruit somebody named Garrison anyway. Shout out to Garrison. Alright, Sam Fano. Let's go ahead and load him up with hours as well so we can get in on his recruitment. Alright. Now let's see, what else do we still need? Are there any other holes that we didn't fill? Let's look. Got too many running backs, but one of them's going to be a fullback anyway. Let's see. We could use some offensive lineman here, because we're going to need... Okay, we don't really need a pass protector on the right side. We don't really need pass protectors. We're going to need one interior, two interior, three interior, and I've got one committed and one targeted here. So we're going to need one more. So yeah, so we need one more interior offensive lineman. So I'm looking for a power or agile offensive lineman. Okay, here's a power guy that has 0 offers right now. Let's look at his, let's scout him. We're gonna offer him the scholarship, but we can still bail on it next week once we finish scouting him. Just to use the 5 hours this week. All right, let's jump into this Toledo game. We're at home. We're 5-0. Toledo is not a bad school, and now you're starting to see with the custom conferences. You'll start seeing a lot of these schools that were smaller schools are starting to get a lot better because the power schools are spread out among all 10 conferences. So you're going to see some other schools like Toledo stepping up, and you end up with more elite teams in the country. But I'm going to be right back, guys. I need to go turn the air on. It is getting really hot in my room. I will be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Yeah, so that's something I just learned, and wow, okay. So y'all know Steve Kerr, the former basketball player? He has a son named Nick. Think about that. Yeah, I did not know that. I just had to Google it. Apparently, Steve Kerr actually named his son Nick. Wow. Okay. Alright, let's jump in this Toledo game.
Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Toledo Rockets taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
All right, let's jump in. First drive at the Big House.
Line gets set, first down.
Got Oscar Mormon out there at tailback for the first play.
Give to the back.
Follows his blocker, gets some space. 15-yard run.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. And the
tried to hit the hole closed, only 3 yards.
And getting the man on the ground. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quarterback checking the play. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield.
Nice pass by Gossett.
Defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective.
No gain on that
run. I
run.
want him to be dynamic, but Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Unloads to the right.
A little late on that pass, but still made it. Augustine, nice catch.
They're in the red zone and set up at the 13.
Nice catch by Augustine there.
The wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Broke one tackle, couldn't break up the other tackle. 1 yard.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Kuhn with the ball, hits the edge, gets it across the marker, first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established...
Touchdown run by Oscar Mormon off the direct snap.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He's got it again. Nowhere to run on that one. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass.
Nice, got a sack there. Manny Hull.
And that is an all-too
defensive end.
Listen, this team won last week.
We got 3rd and 6 at midfield.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down.
There we go. First down catch. Fourth and 17. What the fuck are we doing? God damn it, dude. I had us set up good.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
I can hit a 53-yarder, dude. I don't think my kicker's strong enough.
And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt.
Nope.
And the try is no.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to hit that. So I know 50 yards is the limit for my kicker.
The noise backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Home.
And we got a minute and 14 seconds left to drive the field.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're trying to get...
Come on, I couldn't... Why could... The guy's a scrambling quarterback. Why could he not fucking take off, dude?
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place.
That's what you get a scrambling quarterback for.
You know, in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Going to take a shot at this DB.
There we go. Michigan special. Cornell Augustine gets the touchdown.
Touchdown Wolverines. And once he got loose, it was all over. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
That is such a nice job by the receiver there in that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting down.
Nice throw.
He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was
Tauofuo was, I mean, that kid's fast. He almost caught Augustine. Oh, we got the ball again? Well, damn, I done used all my...
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're already in great field goal position here, David. The question is, how aggressive do they get?
Full throttle. Be aggressive. Try to get the touchdown here, man. Such a great starting field position.
It's just going to take one play, right? They've got the weapons outside. Give a guy an opportunity to make a play in the end zone. Think about the momentum change that would create.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? This quarterback part of their running game.
There we go.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is so good. And they can hurt you in so many different ways. And they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Going for 6.
There we go. Nice catch. Nice catch.
And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning.
Augustine's playing his heart out today. 3rd and 6. I don't use this play that often. It may suck, I don't know, but I need to figure it out, because if it does, I'll take it out of my playbook. But let's see. Well, that fucking worked.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Okay. Let's turn on shoe clock.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Alright, got another commitment to 2 commitments. So in Nunwa, who we almost were out on, we were able to pull a 2-week turnaround, jump into his commitment, and get a commitment from him. Or excuse me, jump into his recruitment and get a commitment from him after just 2 weeks of recruiting. So let's take a deeper look at our 2 commitments here. So first we got a commitment from 4-star gem athlete, currently projected as a defensive run stopper at middle linebacker, from Clay Gore out of Massillon, Ohio. The kid is 6'3", 244, ranked number 7 nationally at the projected position of middle linebacker, number 10 overall prospect in the state of Ohio, number 313 nationally. He committed to Michigan over the Cincinnati Bearcats, Wisconsin Badgers, Penn State Nittany Lions, and Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Then we got a commitment from Atia Nunwa, another middle linebacker here. This guy's out of Omaha, Nebraska. The kid is 6 foot tall, 227 pounds, ranked number 2 nationally at the position of middle linebacker, number 1 overall in the state of Nebraska, and number 44 nationally. Committed to Michigan with holding offers from Nebraska and Kansas State. Alright, so we are still first on the board with Tanner O'Daniel, still unopposed. Julius Mallory, we are widening our gap lead over the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Alright, so we have the right pitches. Bruce Spain, we've maintained number 1 position on his board with a visit this week during the bye week. We know his pitch is Prove Yourself. And we do not have a good soft sell with him. So we're going to just add on contact friends and family for some additional influence. Atia Anyamada, we are still in first place on his board. We've got a visit in 2 weeks with him. We've got a decent lead over Wisconsin. Now we have the visit scheduled and we have his pitch, Workhorse. So we can go ahead and flip that to a hard sell. Then we will soft sell starter since we have a good enough grade there. Alright, for Dylan Council, he has cut to top 5. We are in first place in that top 5. We're going to take off Send the House. We're going to schedule a visit for Wisconsin week. We will pitch him on Pro Potential. And since we know pro potential and athletic facilities, I can surmise that it is going to be workhorse. So we'll soft sell that. And then we'll add 15 on top of it. Alan McDougall. We have taken the top spot on his board with him cutting to top 5. We hold a slim lead over Georgia Tech. Now we're going to send the house off. We're going to schedule him for a visit. We're going to schedule him for the Wisconsin game. We know proximity to home. We know pro potential. So I'm willing to bet that it's grassroots. But we'll sell him on pro potential since that's what we know. And then let's put a soft sell. We'll probably end up changing this to a hard sell, but I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Alright, Jeremy Droge. We are very, very close to a commitment. We've got a visit with him this week, so we should be able to close that out. We've got the correct pitches, so there's nothing more to do here except let it advance. For Travis Sheed, now we were curious if we had enough time to get into this commitment, or excuse me, into this recruitment, and we do. We have jumped over South Carolina. We have we're just slightly behind the Pitt Panthers. Now they do have a 2-tier pipeline, we do not, but maybe we can even this out. So we're going to schedule them for a visit on the Wisconsin week. We're going to sell them on brand exposure. Alright, we know brand exposure, that's all we know, so let's take this off, and we may have to do like a triple soft sell here. Okay, so it could be workhorse. It could be to the house. Okay, those are the only two it could be. So then we'll just add the 35 back on top. Alright, we are unopposed on Fano. We'll probably end up coming back around to him, but I want to use the hours elsewhere real quick. Alright. We are unopposed on C-Right, but just from offering him the scholarship, but let's check. Okay, so he's not a bust, so we will pursue this guy. Alright, but let's go back up here and use these hours first on the ones that we're in battles for, that we had to schedule visits this week. And actually I want to add... No, that's fine, I already did. Okay. So, first we'll start with council. Let's flip workhorse to a hard sell. And we will soft sell starter. And for McDougall, we'll flip grassroots to a hard sell. And can we soft sell hometown hero? We can. So that's what we'll do. Alright, let's go ahead and load him up. I just don't want to lose him, because I have seen other schools jump in on kickers and punters late. So let's go ahead and lock him up. Then we'll max out hours on Fano. Actually, wait a minute, hold on. Let me make sure there's no other holes in our recruiting class. I don't think there is, but let's look. Alright, so... Okay, so that's good. We got that filled. We got that filled. I need 1, 2... No, I need 1, 2... I only need 1 power rusher. So I really don't need all the guys that I'm going after. But it is what it is. Middle linebackers, we are good. And DBs, we've got 3 targeted. How many do I actually need? So I'm going to lose potentially 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm losing 2 there. I've got 1 coming in. I'm losing 1 there. So I need... Okay, so I need 2 more DBs. Okay. I need 2 more DBs. So we're going to go look at cornerback first. I'm going down here to 4 stars. Just see if there's anyone we can still jump in on. It's too late on Burrow. Yeah, we might be able to jump in on Jasmine, but he's a busted gem, so I think. Is he? No, he's a hidden gem. I don't know if it's too late to jump in on him, but we're gonna try. We can take McBriar off the board now. On Jasmine, not a Burrow, sorry. Okay, can we jump in on Azure? Number 5, he's in his top 8. We'll try. Okay, let's see. Lehan. Could definitely jump in on him still. Probably too late to jump in on Foku. Might be able to jump in on Hutton. Alright, so we gotta try to figure out who we're going after here. I don't know. We might be battling Alabama there. Oof. We might. Well, you know what? Let's take this off of O'Daniel. I'm gonna take a little bit off here, off of Mallory, because I don't think that we're in danger of losing him to Tulsa. Alright, let's advance past the bye week, see what happens. Okay, we got 1 commitment. We didn't get locked out of anybody, so that's a bonus. Alright, let's take stock of our board. Alright, so we got a commitment from 4-star tight end Jeremy Droge out of Atlanta, Georgia, 6'5", 242, ranked number 25 nationally at the position of tight end, number 47 overall prospect in the state of Georgia, number 460 nationally overall prospect. Committed to Michigan with offers from NC State and Tennessee. Right, we're still first on the board for Tanner O'Daniel, who's in top 8. We're still ahead on Mallory. Let's add the soft sell back for him. What was the soft sell? Was it Coach's favorite? It was. Okay. Alright, Bruce Spain we should have a commitment this week. I would expect a commitment this week. Atya Anyamata, we're in first place, top 3. We should get a commitment this week. I would expect it. Dylan Council, we've got a comfortable lead over the other schools. We've got a visit next week. We've got the right pitches with really good grades, so we're good there. Alan McDougall, we've got the right pitches. We are first on his board, top 5. We've pulled out ahead comfortably over Georgia Tech, and we have a visit with him next week. So I think we're sitting pretty good there on McDougall. On Sheed, we have now taken the top spot as he cut to top 5 over Pitt. We have a visit next week. Pitt's is the week after. I think we're sitting good there. We now know that his pitch is to the house. So let's take all of this off and reconfigure or reallocate our hours for his recruitment. So we're going to hard sell to the house. We're going to soft sell TV time. And then we're going to add 15 on top of that. Alright, we are still unopposed on Fano, so we're going to leave that. We're still unopposed on C-Right. We're going to leave that as it is. Now we are 4th in the top 5 for Isaiah Jasmine. So we were able to jump into his recruitment. Let's schedule a visit for the Baylor week. We got pro potential. Alright, so we know pro potential, we know conference prestige. I'm willing to bet that it's probably Sunday bound, is that right? Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So we've got good grades there. Can we soft sell football influencer? We can. Alright. We have moved into 2nd place on Azur's board, so that's good. We're getting in on that. I don't know why I took that off. We can't do anything else right now, so I'm going to add that back. For Hutton, we have moved to top spot on his board. And for Brisby, we don't really need him. And with both sub 90 speed and acceleration, we're going to take him off the board. We don't truly need all of these guys, but it's fine. Alright, let's see. Let's go ahead and allocate our remaining hours to the guys that we're not being opposed on. So we'll go send the house back on Tanner O'Daniel. Go to Fano. We'll schedule a visit so we get a complimentary visit for Baylor week. We know pro potential, and since we know pro potential and playing style, we do know his pitch. It's going to be the clutch, and then we will soft sell grassroots. We'll add the 15 on top for good measure. For C-Right, we'll go ahead and max out hours. We still got 5 left over to spare. We don't have anything to do with it, so that's that. Alright, we are on the road at Kent State. We'll play the moments. Let's jump into this.
Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick Stadium, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see it.
Alright, so we're going in on 3rd and 12 at midfield. Let's set our adjustments. Wow, there's nobody here at this game, and they're an 80 overall. That's interesting. Alright, 3rd and 12. Let's go nickel over.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
And we get the sack on 3rd
We're
down.
able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
All right, that's our first drive of the game. We're on our own 8-yard line. That's great.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you
Well, that
know
was
you can
interesting.
run
Bounced off our own
inside out,
receivers, a la
get some
Donovan
first downs,
Edwards,
get some positive momentum.
and was able
What a
to
nice run
get
there. And from the
a first down.
beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins. Big
Got Higgins in at
runners
slot
that
corner,
also had sprinter
got around the
speed,
edge of the
and that could
line,
change the game.
cut
This
back,
dude right
and
here, every
tackled
time he has the
at the
football,
32,
he has the
1st and
ability
10.
to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
Didn't
Way
mean to
be
do
creative,
that.
Way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down.
Again, bouncing off the lineman. That was weird. I tried to hit a gap and it knocked me backwards.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason.
Okay, we had 2 guys
to
run right past that guy and not block him. What's going on? Offensive line, what's going on?
You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout.
At least one guy can get open. Matthew Traylor with the nice touchdown catch and run.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Sorry, I gotta respond to some idiot on Twitter. Sorry about that. Had to reply to an idiot. I posted a very simple quote from J.J. McCarthy where he was talking about how too many college athletes are now chasing money instead of chasing legacy. Somebody commented, "Oh, I wonder what JJ's legacy is going to include," trying to imply something about cheating, and I had to respond and give him some facts. Swear to God, JJ and the other Wolverines from 21 and up just completely broke the Ohio State and Michigan State fan bases, but mostly the Ohio State fan base.
From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it.
Okay, come on, dude. I hit the button to take off. You don't take off. You're a scrambling quarterback. This is why you were on the fucking roster for 4 years and were at best third string quarterback until Lester Wicks and Jaden Davis both went pro. Scrambling quarterback, my ass. Can't outrun anybody. There we go. That's a play. That's a play. Nickel corner. Flowers with the pick in the end zone, running up the sideline. Can he go all the way? He can. End zone to end zone. Pick six. Devin Flowers, 103 yards. Touchdown, Michigan.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no. You turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone.
Look at this. Nice throw to the corner of the end zone. Flowers gets underneath it, catches it, immediately turns back around, runs up the sideline, and just outruns every other player on the field. That's our nickel corner, guys. Making Mikey Sainer still proud. All right, we got 58 seconds to score a touchdown.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Step out of bounds. Nice job. 52 seconds left on the board. We got to the 31-yard line on their side of the field.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to
quick pass underneath.
They got to put a drive together.
Higgins.
And get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Dumps it.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Higgins. Same play, reverse it, and get a touchdown. That's our running back one lining up in the slot to get that pass down, that passing touchdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't get...
31-yarder, okay.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
24, Kansas State, 0.
All right, we're going in 3rd and 3 at just past midfield.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44.
Let's audible this. Set the mic. And try to pick it up through the line. We got it. Good job. First and 10, 14-yard line.
This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? From the shotgun, the inside give.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill.
Oh, Mormon, we got to take you out, brother. You are way too close to being injured.
Great job finishing with his pads.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Well, jet sweep pass. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free.
Okay, we still got it.
Not only
Okay.
gets the ball back, he's also got enough for the first down. And you know the standard is indisputable.
I don't think that was a fumble,
video
but
evidence, and the
whatever, we got it
officials
back.
will change the call. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. On second and goal, they go right back
Nice.
to it.
First touchdown
Touchdown
for Hendricks.
Wolverines. And the pummeling has started. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Lamar Hendricks. First rushing touchdown for Michigan. Alright, we're in the fourth quarter. Let's turn on shoe clock. 3rd and 6. Let's hit them with a vert
They've been
comeback.
very good at moving the chains on 3rd down. 2 for 2 on this drive. This time they need 6. Unloads
Got
to the
it.
wide out.
Nice.
Wide open downfield.
Didn't want to go out of bounds though.
And he's brought down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Brought
Coon
down
with the
after
5-yard
a
run.
5-yard gain down to the 7.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
He pushes his way.
I forgot Mormon's probably on the fullback depth chart. He is. Let's put. Oh, Livings isn't going to be good at it. Yeah, he will. That's fine.
Or as they get closer and closer. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it.
Run outside of the tackles. Good job, Carter Coon, for the touchdown
And the
run.
route is on. They extend this.
All right, we're 3rd and 8 on their 24-yard line.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. How about
Thought the
getting
defender was going to get under it, but got lucky there.
completion? Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
Higgins with a nice run. We got it to the 1-yard line.
All the way down to the 1-yard line. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Trying to punch it in.
And Carter Coon
And
with
we have
another
breaking
touchdown run.
news. This is what an elite team does. They know
Yep,
they're
get out of
better.
Kent
They
State
go
with a
out, they take
44-7
the
win.
figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Alright, let's advance the week. Alright, there's a commitment, 2 commitments, 3. And we didn't get locked out of anybody, so that's all good news. Alright, let's check our recruiting board. Alright, so we got commitments first from 5-star athlete, currently projected as a wide receiver, Julius Mallory out of Byron Center, Michigan. 6'3", 204 pounds, ranked number 2 in the country at the projected position of wide receiver among all wide receivers. Ranked number 2 overall prospect in the state of Michigan, and ranked number 16 overall prospect nationally. Committed to Michigan with offers from Tulsa and a late offer from Notre Dame. Got a commitment from 4-star gem athlete, also currently projected as a wide receiver, Bruce Spain, out of Culver City, California. 6'2", 190, currently ranked as the number 12 overall prospect at the projected position of wide receiver, number 10 overall prospect in the state of California, and number 99 overall prospect nationally. Committed to Michigan over Oregon and USC. And then finally we got a commitment from 4-star gem outside linebacker Atya Anyamata out of Honolulu, Hawaii. This kid is 6'5", 230 pounds, ranked number 26 nationally at the position of right outside linebacker, number 4 in the state of Hawaii overall prospect, and number 443rd overall prospect nationally. Committed to Michigan over the Wisconsin Badgers, who we have a game against this week. Alright, for Tanner O'Daniel, he's still in top 8. We are atop his board there. For Dylan Council, we are looking at a visit from him this week, where we should get a commitment from Council. Same deal here with Alan McDougall. We should get a commitment following his official visit this week. Just checking the pitches on both of these guys. Looks good. Travis Sheed, we are in first place. Again, same deal as McDougall and Council, with a commitment looming following his OV this week. Let's check the pitches. They are good. Sam Fano, we are unopposed with him and should get a commitment from him as well after this week. Lamar Seawright, he's still in top 8, but we are the only team on his board currently that has offered him, and we can actually increase the number of hours on him. One of our coordinators must have just upgraded their recruiter ability. Did that happen with anyone else? Not yet. Okay. Let's see, Jasmine, we have moved up into second place on his board. We've got the right pitches. Nothing more to do there. Now, Oregon State does have a visit before us, but we've got a decent lead over them, so we'll see what happens. But we do have to continue gaining ground on Oregon. We have the same pipeline tier, and they are slightly ahead of us. Can we... Okay, so we got the right pitches there. Okay. Ben Azure, has cut to his top 5 and put us at the top of his board with a very, very slim lead over Notre Dame. Now we do have a better pipeline tier bonus than Notre Dame for Azure. Let's take off Send the House. Let's schedule a visit for Baylor week. We will pitch, we know proximity to home and athletic facilities. Let's pitch athletic facilities. And since we know proximity to home and athletic facilities, we know that his ideal pitch is coach's favorite. And then let's see if there's another one that we can soft sell here. So we could soft sell student of the game. Yeah, that's the only one we can soft sell. So that's what we'll do. We'll add the 5 back on top of it. And then Gabe Hutton, we are in his top 5 now. He has put us at the top of his board. Let's take off Send the House. Let's schedule a visit for Baylor week. Wait. Do I want to bring him in Baylor week, or do I want to bring him in Ohio State week? Let's do Ohio State week. We'll sell him on Pro Potential. And since we know playing style and Pro Potential, we know his pitch is the clutch. So we'll hard sell that. And then we should be able to soft sell Grassroots. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to call the stream there. We're going to leave off on week 9 with our home game against Wisconsin. Another top 10 matchup. And we will see what happens in this matchup next time. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Check me out follow me on all social media at KINETIC615. You can please check the GoFundMe in the profile on my YouTube and on my Twitter account, X account. And you can catch me every Monday night on the Maze Madman channel on YouTube with my guys Maze Madman and the Boxing Maniac, talking all things Michigan Wolverines football. Check out my guys TJ Ronan and John Diadamo on the Voice of College Football at Michigan channel as well. I'm often a caller or guest host on that show, on that channel as well. And as always guys, appreciate you. Till next time, go blue.